Hey guys, so finally back, finally sort of landed, had some time to get caught up at work and some of the uh, finishing touches put on the video from the traditional backpack trip, and it was a blast. I honestly, I'm really looking forward to round two. I learned quite a bit about it. I built that pack several years ago and just had not had a chance to play with it, which is too bad. But I wanted to give you an update and kind of explain what happened, so you kind of have a better idea of why we had such an abrupt end. It actually originally planned on being out there for 2 days, but life did just not allow for that, and I had only enough time to do one night out. So I did take good advantage of that. The trip up was pretty uneventful. Getting in there was pretty uneventful. It was pretty nice. Weather was great. And then, of course, on my way back down, like just lucky happenstance, I happened to get called into work to work on the flat fire. And I'll go ahead and roll some of the few like bits of footage I got there. Some of them are in the video that just posted for the traditional frame pack. But here are a few more of those pictures. And some of these angles are going to look kind of weird since I was there inside a fire line zone. Early in the mornings and late in the evenings, pretty much wander around wherever I wanted. There wasn't a lot of traffic on the roads. Most of that was, fire traffic or people evacuating. We did prepare for some pretty good size evacuations, but none of them have come to fruition so far. The fire is still burning, but the U.S. Forest Service and all of those firefighters, wildland firefighters out there, seem to have got a pretty good handle on it. They're starting to make some progress in closing up all the loops. The backburns have been pretty successful, so all of that's going pretty well. I spent 5 days down there as chief of situational awareness, and that went pretty well. Did help with some evacuation planning, which so far, knock on wood, we have not needed to use. They have not needed to use, so that's good. Then came back and had to had to kind of play catch up with work and home, but got some pretty good pictures. I got quite a few more pictures, but these are just the best ones that we had. Didn't get a chance, didn't really have time. I was going to do a short down there and just did not end up having time. I was working from about 5 o'clock in the morning to about 9 at night, 10 o'clock at night sometimes, just prepping everything for what we might need, for the next day or for the next couple of days. Making sure I had a good handle on the information we were getting from the fire line and had a good handle on the information we were getting from the U.S. Forest Service and from the State Emergency Management and all those kind of things. And that's a lot. Probably drove 4 hours a day back and forth between here and there, going to all the places I needed to go and getting all the things that I needed to do. And then the rest of that was either taking in different briefings or had a couple of briefings each day that I had to produce and then brief on. All in all, pretty good experience. Got to work with a lot of fun people down there. It's always a pleasure to go to Curry County, so that was pretty nice. Really thinking about what to do next with the whole traditional frame pack. As you can tell, I'm not in like the super greatest shape on the face of the planet. So going up there and going back, I was pretty sore a few days later, but not horribly. Like it was not life-ending or crippling or anything. I feel like the frame pack worked really well. I think it would be nice to have maybe a lighter version of it. But this is what I've got for now, so this is what I'm going to run. I did pretty well like the diamond shelter. I'm going to try it again. I had thought about not, but I'm going to try it again in a little better space, maybe in the yard, and just see kind of how it works in a more level area. I didn't have a lot of space where I was. Didn't have a lot of level area. The area that I was at was really hilly, so I kind of took what I could get as far as flat spots, which I think actually after I'd packed up that day and headed out, I took a different direction out and actually found a different space, a different direction out that had a big flat spot I could have used that would have had more than enough room to do what I was doing. But maybe next time I'll take the road up and I might go ahead and throw a ground cloth on the backpack with the amount of weight that was on there, and I'd like to step it up. Like I said in the video, I don't want to be that guy that just, you know, jumps in his car and goes to some little forest land and walks 300 or 400 yards off the road and calls it good. I really want to take this somewhere. I'd like to go on some more major hikes. I know we've got the coastal trails here. My wife and I have talked about backpacking some of the trails and camping at some of the campgrounds on Crater Lake. And I feel like that would be really great to be able to do that. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that with the traditional pack, but it would be kind of cool to be able to say, hey, you know, I did this and, you know, with more traditional gear and using this fancy lightweight stuff. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I feel like the whole spirit of bushcrafting is really to get out there, you know, the spirit of adventure, to actually go and do something. We produce all these skills and then we use them at a campsite like twice a year to you know, sort of ooh and ah our friends and family. But I really want to get out there again and be more active where those skills are applicable. And I do have a couple of little different ideas for, you know, some of the reasons that I put some of the shots in the video that I did, you know, thinking of it in hindsight after it was all rendered and started to upload. I thought, man, you know, maybe I should explain why it is that I'm pointing my camera at this random body of water or a random plant. There aren't a lot of people that, you know, out there on YouTube, you guys probably don't understand, hey, this is an edible plant in my area in the Pacific Northwest, or, hey, you know, it's really kind of rare to see flowing water at this time of year, at this elevation. This is a really good thing. You know, these are all kind of signs that point at sustainability. And the more things you can get off the land, the farther you can make a mountain house meal go. And the farther you can make your mountain house meals go, and the farther you can make your water supply go, the longer you can really kind of make that trip last. You know, you can get some more time out there. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I've got a few ideas for some things. I know some friends of mine have been bugging me to maybe put on a class here locally, so I might do that too. But, you know, stay tuned. I've got some ideas. It was a lot of work. Like, I really have a serious appreciation for all the big, you know, bushcrafting YouTube guys. You know, the amount of work you put into this, and I don't really have the time to get to that level yet, and I don't know if I ever will, but I'm gonna try. Like, it's pretty cool to see, you know, all that goes into this. I probably got 48 hours just for the camping and filming itself, and then probably another 6 or 8 hours of actually editing and voiceovers and re-editing and re-voiceovers. And then I know between the two times I full rendered the whole thing to sit down and watch it, preview it, and make sure that I hadn't made any mistakes, which I had, of course, which I do full render and go through and see what you've messed up. It takes the computer that I've got about 8 hours to render that, the 105-minute video that is produced to that. So there's quite a bit involved in it. Of course, with, you know, my kind of interests, I feel like, you know, I might talk about some of the behind the scenes stuff. I know I've had some interesting issues with the iPhone 11. Getting bigger files off of it reliably has been difficult. And how our network is set up here at the house, you know, because we do have an actual business that utilizes our network here, and maybe do a few sort of more geeky side walkthroughs on how, you know, if I rebuild a computer, if I build a computer specifically for editing and rendering, maybe we can go through some of the network stuff here. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So far, it's just going to be bushcrafting stuff, but that could change. There might be a new playlist pops up in the next couple of weeks about some of the networking behind the scenes stuff. But anyways, just want to give you guys an update. I'm interested. I'm excited. I had a lot of fun. I really hope to do it again. You might start seeing some kiddos show up in the video. I know my son has some interest in hanging out in the middle of nowhere, and a friend of mine's kiddo has, about the same age, has kind of the same interest. So I don't know, the three of us might go on an adventure. Might take Fen next time. It was it was kind of lonely out there, which I'm used to. I've done these kind of things before. It's kind of lonely out there. It would have been nice to have a fuzzy pal to go with me, but he can be kind of a nuisance. So we'll see how it goes. As far as the homestead here, looking at maybe doing some modifications to our yard. We've got an acre here, but no real place to film. We've got people all around us, so background noise is an issue. Cars going by. The neighbor kid likes to ride his four-wheeler all around, which I don't really care about, but it's not real great for filming. So we do have a pretty nice front yard that is sort of cut off. Unfortunately, the nice hedge that it has a major highway right behind it, or a major roadway right behind it. So we might trim that up and use that for some filming, but it'll be difficult and kind of limited in what I can do in there because there just isn't a lot of space. But it'd be nice to have a fire pit in there so I can have a place to throw up tents and tarp shelters and do little things there in the yard, maybe a little closer to home. Something that isn't a 5-mile hike in would be a little handy. So I do have the orchard, as you guys saw, but there's like child's playgrounds and stuff in the background, so it's not like the most immersive experience. But I might be able to just sort of fake it in the front yard a little bit for some of the maybe more gear-oriented videos. So that's where we're at. Just want to let you guys know what's going on. By the time you guys, even this video drops, you guys will probably have already seen the traditional pack trial run, shakeout run. So let me know what you think. Comments, like, subscribe. Give me some feedback. I'm enjoying it, but I'd like to see that other people are enjoying it too. And it's always fun to sort of enjoy it online with other people. So anyways, next time I do a big drop video, I'll probably go ahead and do it in a premiere so I can do a live premiere. I should have done that this time, and I just didn't have the extra time to kind of plan it and get all the stuff out so people would know what was going on. So we'll just drop this one probably about, I don't know, it'll probably go up about 6 or 7 o'clock tonight. Tonight's Friday the 29th or something. Like I said, you guys will probably have already seen it by the time this video goes up. But anyways, like, subscribe. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know what you think I can do better. If you've got ideas that are simple and easy, something you'd like to see, let me know. If I can make it happen, I might, if it interests me. I'm currently working on trying to decide what stoves I'm going to use. I've got a Kelly kettle. I'm trying to work on some liquid fuel ideas for that because I can't really use solid fuels in the woods right now. So that'll probably be coming up here pretty soon. But keep an eye out and like and subscribe. Make sure to hit that bell icon so you get notifications. Thank you guys and have a great day. You're a dog.